Hello, my name is Defne Akıncı Midas, and I'm going to talk about individualized listening practice in the classroom through WhatsApp messaging app. I'm a language teacher at the Middle East Technical University, Department of Basic English. Now let's see the outline. I'm going to talk about individualized listening practice in the classroom, how it is different from the whole class listening practice in the classroom. And then I'm going to describe the 3 types of activities that you can do using WhatsApp. And then I'm going to talk about my concluding remarks. Here you can see the whole class listening situation and individualized listening situation. In the whole class listening activity, everyone listens to an audio recording at the same time. The teacher plays, maybe pauses, rewinds and replays the audio for all the students, and all the students work on the same task and exercises at the same time, which is great. We do this daily. Individualized listening activity gives us a chance to do something different. Each student can listen to an audio or different parts of an audio at the same time in the classroom. Students can play, pause, rewind, or replay the audio for themselves. And students can work on different tasks or complementary tasks and come up with different results. Let's see how we can do that. The materials and equipment that we need are, well, for the students, cell phones or mobile phones, earphones or earbuds. You might have to remind them to bring them, and I'm sure all of them have them. The teacher, cell phone or tablets, audio files of the listening practice material, and pre-prepared instructions and tasks. This part's important. And both the teacher and the students will have to have set up a WhatsApp group with both the teacher and the students beforehand. Let's go on to activity 1, pair listening or complementary listening, as I call it. What do we need to do beforehand? Well, we need to listen to the audio recording very carefully. And then, if we can, if it allows us to do so, we need to identify 2 separate topics. For instance, a short lecture on students' concentration problems and possible solutions, or a dialogue between 2 students about their preferences of clothing. You see. 2 sets of questions. Of course, for student A, you ask the prof to focus on the problems, and for student B's, you ask them to focus on the solutions. Or if they're doing the dialogue part, you ask them to focus on one person and then fill out a form accordingly. Procedure. Let's see how it goes. Pre-listening. Discuss the topic, of course, with the whole class. And then you assign roles as student A, student B. Then tell the students to work on their set of questions or tasks as they listen. Share the audio file through WhatsApp. Send or display the questions task on the board. Give time to complete the task. Here, you need to remind them to use the earbuds so that there is not a lot of noise in the classroom, of course. When finished, ask all A's and B's to get together and check and compare answers. And then get A's and B's together to co-create a summary of the lecture or dialogue. Elicit or display possible answers and give feedback. Now let's go on to activity 2, independent listening. As we go prepare, we listen to the radio and check the tasks in the course book. Assign different tasks to different groups of students. Now, it could be identifying the main idea, listening for specific details, inferencing, drawing conclusions, note-taking and summarizing, and so on. In the classroom, of course, you follow this procedure. After pre-listening activity, ask the students to choose the skill to practice as they're listening to the audio. Which skill do they want to practice? A sub-skill or a strategy, of course, that's what I mean. Share the audio on WhatsApp group, display or send the tasks to students and the audio file through WhatsApp. Allocate time for all to work on the tasks. Get the students who worked on the same tasks to get together and discuss their answers. Send answers to students and ask them to check their answers and perhaps discuss all together. In this way, each individual will have worked on the area that they wanted to work on. Let's go on to activity type 3, which is called jigsaw listening, after the activity we probably all know, jigsaw reading. Teacher preparation. Listen to the audio to make sure that it can be divided into portions, very distinct ones. So it could be maybe a lecture, causes of pollution, problems that the pollution leads to, possible solutions, or types of pollution. Note down the beginning and ending of the sections in the counter. This is going to be necessary for you. Prepare the tasks for the students responsible for listening to each portion. So student A's would listen to the causes, B's would listen to the problems, C's would listen to the solutions, and if you have a C, it could be the types of pollution, and so on and so forth. In the classroom, after pre-listening activity, of course, assign the students one of the 3 letters, maybe, or topics, A, B, C, and D if you have a D. Display or send the task to students and the audio file with different portions, and let them know of the number in the counter that they can listen as of, and allocate time for all to work on the tasks. Get the students who worked on the same tasks to get together in homogeneous groups, like A's get together, for instance, B's get together, and C's and D's and so forth. Get the students with different portions to get together to combine their notes. And then, like A, B, C, and D's get together as a group and they combine and maybe create the whole thing together. Get the students to display their answers, maybe on Padlet or Google Docs or posters. You can come up with different tasks at the end of each. This doesn't have to be a whole summary each time. Well, concluding remarks. WhatsApp app, cell phones, and earphones can give the students a chance to practice listening skills in a variety of ways that is not otherwise possible in the preparation and execution of these tasks with technology do not require much expertise in technology use. They do not require much time before or during class either. They're easy to do. Individualized listening practice gives the students the chance to take charge of their own listening skill practice in the classroom, which may shed light on what they can do outside the classroom too. So I believe this is an invaluable resource to use. Well, please contact me if you have any questions or comments about the tasks. Thank you very much for listening.